What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and I'm doing a hero deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this for you guys because we just got an amazing new fusion monster out of Maze of Memories. Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, which is just such a cool card. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like getting your name skipped in every single video, getting a signed cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos. Stratos is a definite 2 in the deck, and it's one of the best normal summons in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! With the effect that when this card is normal or special summon, you can activate the effect to be able to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand, which is a lot of different monsters you can actually search off this card's effect. We then play 2 copies of Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is a definite 2-of in the deck. At 3 it kind of clogs, at 1 it's just not enough, 2 is the perfect number. It has the ability, if this card is special summon, you can add a change quick play spell from your deck to your hand, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. Except another copy of this card, but you can only use 1 effect of this card per turn, and only once that turn, you cannot get both effects. But that's totally fine, because it's crazy powerful to be able to, when this card touches the graveyard, be able to search any hero that you want. We then play a single copy of Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. Liquid Soldier is a definite 1-of the deck, and I absolutely love this card's effect. If this card is used as fusion material for a hero monster and is sent to the graveyard or banished, you get to draw 2 cards and then discard a card, which just helps you dig into the deck for more cards that you need for combo. We then play a single copy of Honest Neos. Honest Neos is a great 1-of in the deck to be able to boost your heroes up to even higher numbers and make them absolutely massive. Because during either player's turn, you can discard this card and then target a hero monster on the field, and it gains 2500 attack until the end of the turn, which makes them absolutely massive. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero Plasma. Destiny Hero Plasma is like Skill Drain and Relinquished all in one card, which is crazy powerful. It has the ability, it must be special summoned from your hand by tributing 3 monsters that you control and cannot be special summoned by other ways. It negates the effects of all face-up effect monsters that your opponent controls, and once per turn you can target 1 monster that your opponent controls and equip that target to this card, and this card gains half the attack of the monster equipped to it, so this card can get really big really quick. We then play 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. Destiny Hero Malicious is a definite 2-of in the deck and has the ability you can banish this card from the graveyard to special summon out another Destiny Hero Malicious directly from the deck, which is a super good effect to be able to just get multiple monsters on the field and help you go combo. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero Denier, which is essentially the 3rd copy of Malicious. This card is super good because if this card is normal or special summoned, you can take 1 of your Destiny Hero monsters from your deck, graveyard, or that's banished and place it on top of your deck. And you only use that effect of this card once per turn, but if you have a Destiny Hero monster on the field or in the graveyard other than this card, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, but you can only use that effect once per duel. But it's a super good effect to be able to use with your copy of Destiny Hero Malicious to put it back on the top of the deck, so you can use its effect again. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero Dark Angel. This card is crazy good. This card is super powerful because if you have 3 or more Destiny Hero monsters in your graveyard, you can discard this card and then target a Destiny Hero monster in the graveyard and special summon it to your opponent's field and defense position, which is always going to be your copy of Dark Angel that you're going to give to your opponent because of its other effect. Then when a spell or effect is activated, basically it negates the effect, and if you do or do not activate that effect, destroy that spell card, which is crazy powerful to basically just give this card to your opponent and say you can't activate spells as long as you have this on the field. That's such a good effect and so powerful, especially in today's meta where a lot of cards are spells, and this card can completely shut down a deck, which is really nice. We then play 3 copies of Vision Hero Pharaohs. Vision Hero Pharaohs is a definite 3-of in the deck because it has the ability to discard 1 other hero monster to special summon this card from your hand, and if it's normal or special summon, you can place another Vision Hero monster from your deck in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous trap, which is a really good effect to be able to use in this deck to be able to put your copy of Vision Hero Increase in the spell and trap card zone. Because Vision Hero Increase is super good because if this card is in the spell and trap card zone, then you can contribute 1 hero monster to special summon this card from your spell and trap trap card zone, and if it's special summoned from the spell and trap card zone, you can special summon an additional level 4 lower Vision Hero monster from your deck, which is always going to be one of your 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion. Vion is super good as a 2 of in the deck. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send a hero monster from your deck to the graveyard, like a copy of Shadow Mist to get you an additional search, which is really good. And also has the ability once per turn, you can banish a hero monster from the grave to be able to add a polymerization from your deck to your hand, which is really good in this deck to be able to add polymerization from deck to hand, so you can go in for some fusion plays. We then play a single copy of Evil Hero, a Dusted Gold. I am playing a Dusted Gold in the deck again. I love this card. It's super good because you can discard this card to be able to add Dark Fusion, or one card that specifically lists Dark Fusion as text from your deck to your hand, which is always going to be Dark Calling you're searching from deck to hand. So we can go in for Evil Hero Malicious Bane, which is one of my favorite cards in the entire game and my favorite hero monster ever created. So it's super good to make in this deck. We then play 3 copies of Nibiru. Nibiru is just really good right now at board wiping the field, and especially if you go second in heroes, you can OTK like crazy, especially if your opponent has just a big token on the field. We can easily out it in this deck, and this card is really good right now. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom's great in this deck as a 3/0 just to stop the opponent from touching the deck, and it's one of the best hand traps in the game. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Rhoda. Rhoda's really good as a 1 in the deck because it lets you search out any warrior monster that's level 4 or lower, and the majority of our hero monsters are warriors, so this card is really good as a 1-of. We then play a single copy of Called by the Grave just to stop our opponent from hand trapping us while we're going in for all of our plays. We then play a single copy of Polymerization. It is searchable off of Vion, which is why we just play a single copy in this deck. I have considered bumping this card up to 2, but for right now, I'm just playing 1. We then play a single copy of Miracle Fusion. Miracle Fusion is searchable off of Sunriser and is really good in this deck to be able to summon out Elemental Hero Fusion monsters by banishing the materials from your graveyard, which is just really nice. We then play a single copy of Dark Calling. Dark Calling is a card you're going to be searching off of a Dusted Gold every time you discard it, and this card helps you summon out your copy of Malicious Bane from the extract, and thank goodness we finally have an ultra rare printing of this card. It looks so nice. We then play 2 copies of Ian Shuffle. Ian Shuffle is really good because it basically lets you tag out your elemental heroes on your side of the field for a different one from the deck, because you get to shuffle one of your elemental hero or Neospatian monsters that you control into the deck, and if you do, special summon that one elemental hero or Neospatian monster with a different name from your deck, which is really good because if you shuffle out your copy of Stratos for a Shadow Mist, because you know you need to get to Dark Law, you can then search Mass Change and then make Dark Law, which is really good, and it's just a really crazy play. So this card is a definite 2-of in the deck. We then play 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. This is the main way that we're actually going to make Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, because it lets you fusion summon a Destiny Hero monster by using the materials from the deck, which is really insane. This card is a definite 3-of in the build. We then play 3 copies of A Hero Lives. A Hero Lives is basically the E-Telly of the deck. If you control no face-up monsters, you pay half your life points to be able to special summon a level 4 or lower elemental hero monster from the deck, which is insanely powerful to just instantly get an elemental hero monster that you need directly on your side of the field, like a copy of Stratos that's going to give you a search. We then play 3 copies of Mass Change. Mass Change is really insane because it lets you turn your elemental heroes or any of your hero monsters into masked hero versions, which is really cool to be able to make cards like Masked Hero Darklaw or Masked Hero Acid in this deck, which is just really insane. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing a single copy of Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. I love this card because it's based on the song Wake Up Your Heart, which is just such a cool song from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. And we even pulled it in the collector's rare version, which looks absolutely insane. I love the artwork of this card. It looks so cool and it's so nostalgic. It has a crazy good effect that it must be fusion summoned and gains 300 attack for each material used for this card's summon. And it takes an elemental hero fusion monster +1 warrior monster, so you can put as many warrior monsters as you want into this card to give it multiple attacks. It also has the ability this card can make a number of attacks on monsters each battle phase up to the number of fusion monsters used as material for this card's summon. And after damage calculation, if this card battled a monster, destroy that monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of that monster. And if this fusion summon card is destroyed, you get to special summon one warrior monster from your hand or deck, which is a really insane effect. I love that effect about this card, and it just helps out so much to have this monster in the deck. We then play a single copy of Sunriser. Sunriser is really good and searches Miracle Fusion on summon. It's a definite one of in the build. We play a single copy of Ab-Zero. Ab-Zero is really good as well, because if this card leaves the field, you destroy all monsters that your opponent controls, which is crazy powerful. One copy of a Skirdow. A Skirdow is really good as a one of as well, because we do have a lot of dark hero monsters in the deck, so it's very easy to fusion summon into this card. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer, which we did bring out the Starlight Rare for the profile, so definitely like, comment, and subscribe, guys. It really does help out the channel, but this card is really good to be able to pop cards on the field and reduce the attack of your opponent's monsters down a lot, because it has the ability of monsters that your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each hero monster in your graveyard, which is just really insane. We then play a single copy of Destiny Hero, Dangerous. This card is good as a one-of in the deck. I don't feel like you need any more than a single copy of this card, but it's a great card that if you already fusion into Destiny or Destroyer, Phoenix Enforcer, you can still use your fusion destinies to make this card, which is really nice. It also is basically walking Foolish Burial for your Destiny hero monsters, which is really cool. We then play a single copy of my favorite hero monster, and that's Evil Hero, Malicious Bane. This card is so cool, and it's so nice to be able to play this card in the deck. It's really an awesome card, and it helps out the deck a lot because it board wipes your opponent's monsters, because during your main phase, you can destroy all monsters that your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card's, and also, this card gains 200 attack for each monster destroyed this way. Also, you can't declare an attack for the rest of the turn except with hero monsters, but that's fine because that's all we're summoning anyways. We then play 2 copies of Masked Hero Darklaw. Masked Hero Darklaw is still the most powerful hero monster in the entire extra deck, and it's just really cool because it has the ability that it must be special with mass change and cannot be special by other ways, and any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. And once per turn, if your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, except during the draw phase, you have the ability to banish one random card from your opponent's hand, which is just a really good effect. We then play a single copy of Masked Hero Acid. Masked Hero Acid is in the deck for your copy of Ab-Zero, because when you mass change Ab-Zero out for your copy of Acid, you're going to destroy all the monsters with Ab-Zero, and then Acid will destroy all of the spells and traps, essentially board wiping your opponent's field, which is just super cool. We then play a single copy of Masked Hero Blast. Masked Hero Blast is really good just in case you need to tag out your copy of Stratus for this card. It's just a really good card to be able to play in the deck. Play a single copy of Dread Decimator. This card is really insane because this card, also any hero monster this card points to gains 100 attack for each hero monster with different names in your graveyard. And if this card attacks the defense position monster, it inflicts piercing damage, which is pretty good. We then play a single copy of Wonder Driver. This card's insanely good because if a hero monster is normal or special to zone this card points to, you can target a polymerization spell or a fusion spell card or even a changed quick play spell in the graveyard and set it to your side of the field, which is great to be able to grab the exact card you need out of the grave for follow-up plays. We then play 2 copies of Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader is one of the best hero link monsters in the entire game, because if this card is link summoned, you can target a Destiny hero monster in your grave, special summon it, tribute a Destiny hero monster, and then add a hero monster with a different name from your deck to your hand, which is super good to give you a search for all the combos that this deck has. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. This deck is super fun to be able to play, and I'm so glad that I pulled that Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. Shoutouts to Savannah, who actually opened the pack to pull this card. It looks absolutely insane as a collector's rare. Just to give you guys a quick, closer look at this card, it looks so good, and it's amazing how they actually foiled this card. So definitely give us a like on this video, because it looks absolutely crazy. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely hit that bell there so you can come part of notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.